Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I will be reacting to Aang versus Edwin. I cannot pronounce the name for my life. But basically I'm going to start with Aang because I have no idea who Edward is. I'm saying Edwin. But yeah, but basically this is basically a live stream right now because of course you can tell by the font and, you know, up there. So I am going to... Oh, okay, there we go. Today's July 24th. So basically, I gotta do all this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so this might be a little bit weird. Yeah, so this footage here, I'm not gonna get. So, yeah. So basically, I'm just gonna edit it to basically where it's, where the video actually starts. So, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Start with this reaction now. Oh, fuck.
Have you heard of hymns? They're all about making you look and feel good.
Thanks to science, baldness can be optional because Hims is here to help. 4hims.com is your one-stop solution for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness for men.
Get started with the complete hair kit for just $5 right now while supplies last and subject to doctor approval. See their website for full details and safety information. This could cost hundreds if you went to another doctor or pharmacy.
So go to 4hims.com/deathbattle. That's FORHIMS.com/deathbattle.
4hims.com/deathbattle.
Okay, that's better. I have not reacted to deathbattle like in this season,
make up
actually.
every aspect of the world we live in, and no average person can tame them.
But somehow these kids can master them with a vengeance.
Like Aang, the Avatar.
And Edward Elric, the Full Metal Alchemist. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Alright, come on, Aang.
Water. Earth. Fire. Air.
Heart!
Once the
God
four
damn.
nations lived in harmony, and some of their citizens
Damn it,
even
Boomstick.
learned to bend their nation's element. But only the Avatar could master all four, and it's their duty to protect the balance between these nations.
Hadouken!
Since there's always gotta be an Avatar around, a new one is born whenever the last one dies.
But everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Attempting to conquer the other three nations, the Avatar would
Flame-o!
be their greatest obstacle.
Man, they'd even go after a kid?
Living among the air nomads, Aang was an energetic and dutiful 12 years old when he learned of his destiny. He was the newest incarnation of the Avatar.
But he totally wussed out, ran away from home, and got frozen in ice for 100 years. What the hell? That's not what I'd do if I found out I was an awesome elemental badass. I'd definitely find a way to make money off that.
Boomstick.
Of course he would.
12. But running away.
Funny enough, I watch Avatar. I just don't remember. I just didn't watch all of it.
And slaughtered them all.
I think when I was younger, I was actually
But the poor kid,
like I watched like a few episodes of it, and then I just randomly and I never picked it up.
Quest to learn the other elements and save the world. And as an air nomad, he can really bend the wind to his will.
He can use air bending to create whirlwinds and tornadoes or slice through solid stone.
And he can fly. Whee!
Well, it's not exactly flying, Boomstick. What he actually does is manipulate the air currents to keep aloft. That's why he carries a glider, complete with snacks.
Oh, well, I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Whatever. If it looks like a duck and sounds like a duck, it's a duck. Or I guess flying avatar guy.
But ducks actually can fly. Anyway, Aang can use air in pretty much every aspect of his life. Like for shields, increasing his speed, improving agility, adjusting his body temperature, and even focusing his breath to use as an attack.
After he learned waterbending from Paku and Katara, Aang can make whips, knives, and literal tsunamis. Hey, I can do that too. Just give me a pool and watch this cannonball fly. Does that mean I'm a waterbender?
Sure. Waterbenders can also manipulate steam and ice.
Just like how I, the great waterbender Boom.
Okay, I can see ice, but how steam?
Powers to swim through this frozen block.
You what?
Yep. Waterbending 101. You can be jealous.
Oh wow, I'm just bursting with envy.
Bending powers activate! Ha! Success!
Like airbending, waterbending requires a nearby source of water to use, like a pond or a filled bottle. The same goes for earthbending, which Aang learned from his mentor Toph.
Earthbending is all about throwing rocks at people, and a bunch of other cool stuff, like making walls and
wrong.
earthquakes and causing the ground to swallow you up. Which is kinda creepy, actually.
Last but certainly not least, Aang learned the art of firebending from his longtime rival, Prince Zuko. Unlike the other arts, firebenders can actually create fire to use at will.
Firebending is so goddamn powerful. It's even got the deadliest bending technique of all, shooting lightning.
Well, only the most advanced firebenders can cast lightning, which is usually an instant kill move. While Aang never learned the move itself, he has learned how to redirect it through his body.
But even after learning the 4 elements, Aang got to meet one last master bender.
Who taught him the art of manipulating a person's life energy, the purest form of bending.
It's super dangerous though, and one mistake could tear up Aang's soul.
And with it, Aang defeated the Fire Lord and brought peace to the world at large.
Well, with that and with his super form, the Avatar State.
In the Avatar state, Aang's bending abilities grow immensely powerful. This is because the Avatar state lets Aang draw upon the power and wisdom of all previous Avatar incarnations. Though it is extremely risky, as dying while in the Avatar state ends the cycle of reincarnation permanently.
Why would he care if he's dead anyway? Whatever, the coolest thing about the Avatar State is it makes you glow, like this. Behold!
How are you doing that?
Oh, I drank a bunch of glow sticks.
You need to go to the doctor, like right now.
My liver's processed way worse than this.
Well, with or without the Avatar state, Aang is plenty powerful. He has the ability to move gigantic stone columns and even carve canyons around an entire city.
Not only has he
Jesus
survived
fuck.
hits from earthbending kings and massive explosions, he threw this gigantic column of rock at the Fire Lord.
To get the column's mass, we compared Aang's height against it and determined it must weigh 9,500 tons.
Aang's super fast too. With airbending, he can run on water.
Which, given his size, requires a movement speed of well over 67 miles per hour.
He used airbending to block a giant column-destroying explosive attack from the best-named character on the show, Combustion Man!
And he's proven he could redirect lightning from the Fire Lord himself. Taking into account the distance between them and how far Aang's arm had to move to catch the lightning, he would have to react at least 155 times faster than sound.
He is pretty unused to violence, though. I mean, he's a vegetarian pacifist for crying out loud. But while he may seem like just a kid, Aang still saved the world and led it into a peaceful future. To him, bending is elementary.
You suck!
If you want to be a bender, you have to let go of fear.
You're wrong. Well, actually, you can say that about
Alchemists of
practically
old once tried to turn lead into gold with not great results. But in the country of Amestris, the ancient science of alchemy is actually possible by using the Earth's natural energy to reshape the molecular structure of various objects.
And by drawing a circle thingy.
A transmutation circle, which most alchemists
have
use
not watched
except
Fallout.
for the
I'm
youthful
not allowed
prodigy,
this.
Edward Elric.
Oh, what a little badass.
Careful, Boomstick, he's a bit touchy about his size.
Hey, if I lost my mom like he did, I'd get mad at the little stuff too. But Ed and his brother Alphonse figured they could bring her back with alchemy. So they went
Yeah,
for it. But
just like
things
milk
went
and
south real
bread
fast.
crust.
You know how
Crust.
people say they
Bread
give an arm and
crust.
a leg for something?
Bread
Well,
crust.
Ed literally did, and poor Al lost his whole body. Luckily, Ed
boy.
managed to stick his brother's soul in a suit of armor. But still, yikes.
This horrible experience has forever marked the two brothers. No one is meant to transmute the human soul, and the boys were lucky just to escape with their lives.
But he got something good out of it, like super secret knowledge, including how to do alchemy without a circle thingy. He just has to clap instead. So,
Wow.
worth it?
With these new abilities, Ed and
Yeah,
Alphonse
debatable.
began their quest to restore their bodies. Specifically,
The
they
badass
sought the
characters
incredible
always have
power
one
of a
arm.
philosopher's
They'll need
stone,
it.
believing it to be their only chance.
Eventually, Ed joined the military, and thanks to his amazing potential, he was named by the Fuhrer the Full Metal Alchemist.
What? Adolf Hitler?
Nah, it's just Bradley. He's okay. Until he isn't.
Spoilers! Also, since Ed lost a couple limbs, he got them replaced with automail, kinda like my leg.
Automail is made from incredibly durable metal, ranging from his original steel one, to a gas-powered one, to his best version consisting of a mix of aluminum and carbon. Apart from being durable metal prosthetics, Ed's automail limbs function just like normal ones. He can even reshape his arm as a weapon.
So he can turn it into swords and saws and stuff, increase its durability by hardening its makeup, or turn it into an umbrella. Ah, truly a limb of many talents.
But at the end of the day, Ed's true talent lies not in sword fighting or umbrella holding, but the art of alchemy.
He can do all sorts of crazy things with all the elements. He can basically make anything he wants, like spears and shields.
So long as he follows the rule of equivalent exchange. Anything created with alchemy must have a source of equal value and cannot be made fundamentally different. For example, lead can be molded into a statue, but it cannot be turned into water. Other than that, there are 3 principles needed to use alchemy well. Comprehension,
Which means you gotta understand what the thing you're using is made of.
destruction,
Breaking stuff down.
and reconstruction.
Putting stuff back together.
Ed is only limited by the materials at hand and his imagination. At his full potential, he can do almost anything. He can purify water, create ammonium gas from ammonium nitrate, repair entire houses, and transform a gun into a trumpet.
Don't you ever try and do that with any of my guns. Anyway, Ed's also learned destruction alchemy, which does exactly what you think it does, make a big ol' kaboom! Ed's used it to destroy stuff like automail, but it can also be used to explode people's heads!
So, using destruction alchemy, Ed should be able to destroy something like this on a molecular level.
Ha! Or you could just do that.
Anyway, with all of his abilities,
God
Ed
damn,
has done
you
some
think it's-
incredibly impressive things.
Not only has he blocked gunfire from a Gatling gun after it started firing, he's dodged a pistol from nearly point-blank range, and his automail arm even took a bite from a lion-headed chimera. It was totally fine!
Assuming this chimera has a similar bite force to that of a real lion, that means Ed's arm stood up to a force of 1,000 pounds per square inch.
He's created a gigantic cannon, and then survived that cannon exploding while he was standing on it. And then he survived being on top of a huge boulder exploding too!
We can measure the boulder's explosion against Ed's size to get an approximate energy output. With a radius of 36 feet, this blast must have been equivalent to over 100 tons of TNT.
How's that for equivalent exchange, bitches? He also survived an explosion that took out most of a 10-story building.
Even apart from being tough, Ed has shown considerable strength when using alchemy.
Like when he created a gigantic golem to crush his opponent.
By measuring the size of the stone golem's thumb, comparing it to the size of the average human's thumb, and using that scale to estimate the size of the golem, that gives us an estimated weight of over 3,000 metric tons.
All this without any Philosopher's Stone, because it turns out those things are really, really messed up.
Right. Philosopher's Stones are extremely powerful and can be used in many different ways. Kimberly the Crimson Lotus Alchemist, for example, used one to create a massive explosion equal to 157 kilotons of
Oh,
TNT.
no.
However, it turns out that these stones are composed of imprisoned
Sorry,
human
not
souls.
this, but
so Ed and
something
Al
else.
vowed to avoid them on principle. Although Ed can boost his alchemic power in a similar manner by drawing on his own life force, increasing his potential at the cost of shortening his lifespan. But that's what Ed ultimately had to learn, what it truly means to let something go. And so he found another way to revive Al's body, sacrificing his own power for the sake of family.
Aw, what a nice guy. But all in all, so long as Ed knows what he's trying to transmute, he's an amazing force to be reckoned with.
Now let's go home. Together.
Why am I in 2 different?
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, thanks to Blue Apron, I've become a food vendor. But right now, it's time for a death battle!
animation not bad, actually.
Sorry, Momo. You're just too little.
That's what she said.
Little! Who are you calling a pipsqueak, you stupid hairless kid?
Nobody?
I'll show you!
Oh, that's just... the momentum of the wire.
You know, there are actually a lot of advantages to being short. Like, you'll never hit your head on door frames, and,
I'm still growing!
Now I gotcha. Ah! Oh no! I'm sorry!
A classic misdirection. That's advantage outright! Ha! Damn it! How's this for small?
Oh no.
What kind of alchemy is that?
I'm still looking at it, damn it.
Okay, no more clappy magic.
Still more clapping magic.
Uh-oh.
No, my cabbages!
Wait, no. Wait, can he still do it without his...
Won't lose you again.
Can you still do that with it? Oh.
There you are!
Nice try, shorty!
But you're also short.
Whew. Can't believe that worked.
And you fucked up.
This ends now.
At least I'm taller than you.
You left me no choice.
Looks like Ed didn't have a leg to stand on. Or arm, I guess.
Ed may have been more quick-witted and inventive, and he certainly had more combat experience. But Aang's bending abilities were far more versatile and
Yeah,
readily
lightning
available than
feet
combat
and...
alchemy.
Yeah, it had cool stuff like cannons and gun trumpets, but Aang was fast enough to react to lightning, which is way faster than dodging a measly bullet.
Recall how Ed survived an explosion.
Actually, it's not just a
of
bullet.
10-story
It's a
building.
pistol.
By examining the size of the building and thus the volume of the conical explosion, this blast must have equaled about 30 kilotons of TNT.
That's cool, but Aang did way more when he carved up a circle around that city in Avatar State.
The force to blast such a huge ravine around the city of Yudao was a massive undertaking. By measuring the width, length, and depth of the affected area compared to the size
Actually,
of
you
the city,
cannot count
we
that
found
as
it would
depth
take almost
because you don't know how deep it
160
is.
kilotons of TNT to pull that off.
More than 5 times greater than Ed's best durability feat. So Aang definitely had the stuff to crush Ed's automail arm and the rest of him.
Granted, Ed could reach this sort of power by sacrificing his life force. Remember Kimbley's explosion, the one empowered by a Philosopher's Stone, a blast worth 157 kilotons of TNT?
Yeah, what
That's
about it?
almost identical to Aang's feat. And theoretically, Ed could have been capable of this level of power. Theoretically. However, a Philosopher's Stone uses many souls, while Ed could only draw from his one. Not to mention, drawing from his own life force meant his power-up had a very short and dangerous duration limit compared to the Avatar state, which has no such limit. But even so, Ed's tactics and creativity kept him in the fight, yet the Avatar's speed, power, and versatility was too much for him.
Yep.
Aang may be a pacifist in canon and would hardly kill anyone, but unleashing his full power is a sight to behold.
Just when Ed thought he had the hang of it, he alchemist the mark.
the winner.
I did not miss that.
Avatar.
Alright.
Thanks for watching this episode of Death Battle. If you want the battle music for yourself, you can get it by clicking the link down below.
And if you'd like to see some more battle and death, make sure to click the link over there.
Okay. Alright, who's next? Ghost Rider! Ooh, Limbo! Hey! Ooh, right? I think that's before school. Well, for me. Oh, so Ghost Rider versus Limbo. Let's say Ghost Rider because I'm mainly a Marvel fan and that's kind of a little nostalgia with me. Fuck it. Why not? Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider because mainly I think the pendant's there. That's mainly what I'm thinking of. That would actually work on Lobo. What was it? Limbo. Lobo. Yeah. But yeah. That is it, guys. So if you like this video, please water bend that like button. Phone, computer, tablet, whatever you use to watch this video, water bend that like button. Subscribe to my channel, comment down below what do you want me to react to, or which character you want to see in my versus debate series, and I will do it whenever I get the chance. But without further ado, guys, peace out. No idea what the fuck that was.